Welcome back, everybody, to For Goodness Take. Today, we have Maine offensive guard Liam Dobson. Liam is an absolute beast that has earned Hero Sports preseason All-American third-team honors, was a member of the 2019 All-CAA first team, a member of the 2019 Phil Steele FCS All-Conference team, and so many other awards and accolades that if I were to name all of them, we'd be here all day. With all that being said, Liam, how are you today?
I'm good. Thanks a lot for having me. I appreciate it.
Course. So today we're just going to talk some football and get right down to business. To kick it off, when is the first time you pancake someone?
Well, when I first started playing, I was a defensive lineman. So I remember my first tackle. I was up still playing football in Canada because that's where I was from. And we have like little three-team scrimmages. So like three football teams will gather together like preseason. We won't play full games, but I was lined up as a nose. I kind of broke through and I wrapped the guy up. I didn't know what to do with him because the first time I got into the backfield, and I kind of just like suplexed him, and that was like my first memory of getting a tackle or a pancake. I'll never forget
Okay.
it.
What made you make the transition from D line to O line?
Maine was recruiting me, and when I ended up signing at Maine, and that was an idea they proposed to me, and I just ran with it.
Nice. What's more gratifying, do you think, pancaking a guy and putting him on his butt or tackling a guy and suplexing him?
Definitely a pancake because I mean, as a defensive lineman, when you go, you get a tackle, somebody messed up and you got through, and that's why you made the play. But as an offensive line, pancaking someone, you just like against their will took another grown man and put him on the ground.
Do you like trash talk them while they're on the ground? Do you say something?
No, I'm usually like just let my play talk. I don't really talk extra. I just go between the whistles.
Okay. If you could pancake one NFL player, who would it be?
It'd have to be Aaron Donald,
Why Aaron Donald?
best defensive tackle in the game. He's an absolute beast.
True.
Just to have that on it to knock him down and stare at him would be kind of cool.
Take a picture of that, frame it on your wall, tell your kids about it.
Exactly. It's like a LeBron James poster right there.
One of the very few people alive who's actually done something like that.
Honestly, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you said you went to Maine, but why did you choose Maine?
It was my only offer at the time, and it was either go to Maine, go to a JUCO, or play football up in Canada. And the coaching staff, I felt like it was a good fit, and I felt like the environment up at Maine would have been a good environment for me to succeed. So that's why I signed my letter of intent to play there.
Awesome. How exciting was that to sign a letter of intent?
It was kind of awesome because like I went through a long recruiting process and I saw lots of my friends get signed and all that. And it was just a great experience because two of my high school coaches, Jeff MacArthur, you might know that name because he's a Cal boy. He went to the University of Cal and he was an All American there. And then Kevin Huntley, who played at Kansas State, sorry, and he had a good NFL career. So just to have those guys there with me who helped me through the process and there with me when I signed. It was a pretty special moment.
Okay. How does recruiting work in Canada? I mean, I'm from California. I'm not really sure how the
Yeah.
Canadian football scene is.
So it's improved a lot in the past couple of years. But when I first started, um, there was a gym I started training at called Gridiron Academy. And Victor Tonando, he's a huge leader in getting Canadian kids recruited. You might know guys like Patrice Rene, who plays at North Carolina, Luigi Villain at Michigan, Jonathan Sutherland. Those are all guys who he's helped get recruited. And Eli Anku, who actually played at UCLA. I don't know if you know that name, but those are all guys from Ottawa who've trained with him. And we do the camp circuits. We go down to the States in vans. We go to these schools that have these summer camps. We perform in front of these coaches and kind of get our names out there. And then if you are serious, you do a couple of these camps, you get your interest, you go to a prep school. And my prep school happened to be in Canada. We were called Canada Prep Football Academy. And it was in Welland, Ontario, just by Niagara Falls. And, we played an All American schedule. All of our games were down in the States, lots of games in Ohio, a couple in Maryland, Pennsylvania, and we kind of rely on playing those games and recruits who are there at those schools, kind of the recruits seeing us down there playing against those guys. Oh, these Canadian kids can ball. They can play against this caliber. So why don't we recruit them? So that's kind of how it works in Canada.
Okay. The camps in the prep school must have helped a lot because your game is elite. What makes your game so elite, though?
I mean, the coaching I've had is very good, and I just have like a mindset of every play, like I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna dominate. And in the film room, I study a lot. I think that's one thing that helps me on the field tremendously. Is I want to know everything the defender's gonna do, from whether if they have their inside hand down, they're gonna cross face, or I know if they're a shade, they're gonna cross face. I know if there's a three tech, they're not gonna cross face or cross the center. So I just try and know everything I can so I can play at 100% all the time and let my body work.
As you can tell by my body, I'm clearly suitable to play an offensive line position. Can
I
you give
can
me some
tell.
tips and tricks? Yeah, like look at this, 130 pounds of pure, sheer offensive line will.
Honestly, it's just the way you approach the game. Like you said, you're 130 pounds. Don't be afraid. Use that whole 130 pounds. And honestly, it's just the mindset. Like if you go in there thinking you're not going to be able to block someone, like if I were to go try and get my pancake against Aaron Donald right now, and be, oh man, like this is Aaron Donald. I'm never going to be able to do it. Go in there believing you can do it, and you will.
So I'm 5'6". I was at the beach last week playing football with a couple friends, and one
Yeah.
came blitzing after me. I was playing center for I don't know why I was playing center. Came after me. I guess I wasn't low enough, but I got just bodied. I was parallel to the ground for a second. I heard everyone go, "Ooh!" I got up. He tripped after, but I got up and I was like, "How do I prevent that?" And then a second later, I was like, "You know what? I tried my best right there. I'm not sure if there's anything I could have done about that.
Honestly,
Maybe
it
we could
happens to all of us.
stick."
I
Yeah, it
remember.
happens to the best of them.
Yeah, I remember my freshman year, training camp when I first started playing offensive line here at UMaine. One of our starting linebackers, Sterling Sheffield, who had multiple NFL tryouts, and he was with the Cincinnati Bengals for a while. Now plays up in the CFL. He just came on a blitz, and I took it right to the chest. And same thing, I was just parallel to the ground. And I was like, man, like, but pull yourself up and go to the next play. You know what I mean? I'm sure you still had fun
Yeah.
playing at the beach after you got ran over. So,
I mean, I was playing wide receiver after that. No one played center because they saw that
I
guy
mean,
coming.
fair. But
Yeah.
unfortunately, college football, when you're 340 pounds, you can't be playing receiver.
I know you had a carry for a yard though, so you could be playing some running back action.
Oh yeah, I convinced coach to get me in the backfield there. We got a couple tricks up our sleeve, so hopefully I got a couple more rushing yards this year.
How about a passing touchdown at like the 2 yard line with Don and Terry Poe did? Got it, ran up the little jump pass.
That's what I'm saying. No one would ever expect a big man like me to give it up so close to the goal line. You know what I mean? So if we could get a
Yeah.
little jump pass in there, I'd love it.
What celebration would you have in mind for your first touchdown pass?
Me and some guys have a couple of things in the works, either a WWE style celebration or the classic keg stand. It's got to be one or the
Keg
other.
stand.
Yeah,
So why bring was it right? Why bring a 6 pack when you can have a keg or something like that? What's your motto?
exactly. Oh, so when I first started playing football, one of my coaches, we were off on the side just because we were doing a little extra conditioning, and he's like, "Come on, coach, like I don't need this. Like it's the win, like coming to winter. Like I don't need my beach body yet." And he goes, "Exactly. Why have a 6 pack and you can have a keg?" And I've lived by those words ever since.
Gonna get a shirt with that on. You can get a throw pillow with that on it. What's your idea?
Honestly, I like the pillow idea. Some nice plush like couch pillows, something like that.
The NCAA passed like a rule you can make money off your image. So why not make like a Liam Dobson? Why not have a keg stand or whatever? Or why have a 6 pack when you can have a keg? Put that on a
That's a
pillow,
good
sell that.
that's a good idea. I might have to check with our compliance guys, but I mean, if I can swing that, that would be a great idea.
I get 5% equity in that. We established that here.
Well, my guys will call your guys and we'll figure something out.
Great. Moving on, if you could protect one NFL quarterback, who would it be and why?
I mean, there's so many great quarterbacks in the game right now. Like But I feel like if I were to protect like one, like it's gonna be your stereotypical answer, but I mean it's Tom Brady, great player, and he's like your classic pocket passer. You know what I mean? To sit back there and
Hmm.
throw the ball. So if I could like protect him for a full game, that would be amazing. But I mean, like I could say Patrick Mahomes, but like I know Patrick Mahomes likes to get out and run the ball. You know what I mean? So I feel like for me personally, if I could stay a whole game protecting a true pocket passer QB of like such a high caliber, like Tom Brady or Aaron Rodgers, that would be a great accomplishment.
It's easier for you to protect a quarterback when they're in the pocket.
Yeah, because I mean, it's not necessarily easier, but it's more so like rewarding because you know they're going to sit back there and trust you. Where a quarterback like Mahomes, where you can run, like he knows if he sees like a little bit of something, even though like you have him like locked in, but like if the D lineman like peeks his head over a little bit and Mahomes thinks he might be breaking free, he could take off. You know what I mean? Where Brady's going to
Hmm.
sit back there and trust you. So for me personally, that would be a good accomplishment.
Quentin Nelson told Frank Reich, I think last year, 2 years ago, to run the ball more. Is running the ball more fun for you offensive linemen?
Oh, definitely. Okay, it kind of goes back to what I said earlier about how being an offensive lineman, you have to take somebody against their will and move them. And I mean, guys are 300 plus pounds, you know what I mean? So to take a 300-pound man and displace him and move him, which is what you have to do in the run game to have success, it's just best feeling in the world to be able to push another man 5, 6 yards downfield and see your running back make moves and chase them into the end zone. No better feeling.
That's where all the pancakes come in.
Exactly. Yeah.
Nice. I have a question for me and the whole world.
Yes.
Why on earth did Maine not choose your legendary, incredible, beautiful photo of you for the schedule of you holding the ball out like that? Why did Maine not do that?
Honestly, that's a good question. I wake up thinking that every morning myself, but I mean, Joe was a good option. He's the guy who was in the picture as well, but the winning one, I believe. But I feel like we gotta share the wealth. You know what I mean? I made the rounds on
Yeah,
social media, which that's good. I appreciate it. Thank you, everyone. But you gotta show some other guys that have swag on the team. You know what I mean? I can't
I
have it all.
guess, but I mean, I was gonna get that schedule poster. I didn't even know that like that good of a picture can be taken and not win, but I guess you learn something new every day.
Yeah, me too. One thing I want to say is I saw like some comments like people were saying that the photo was taken standing up and I was just holding the ball and they rotated it. That was a live photo. I actually caught the ball. I dove out with it stretched out, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Was that your idea to have it caught? Are you catching the ball or just you're like they're like, "Okay, you're gonna dive, catch the ball, look incredible."
our media team here is great. So that was all of them. And you know how I always used to roll my jersey up before the NCAA banned it. And so did one of our other players, Andre Miller. But so our media team kind of had an idea to going into the 2019 season that me and Andre Miller were going to have a who are better contest because he was a like a wide receiver, right, with like nice solid abs, and I also have nice solid abs under a little bit of
So six pack
protection.
versus
You know
keg, we
what I
had that
mean?
little debate right there. Yeah.
Exactly. So they put those photos up, and then we were doing like promotional photos, like you know what I mean, like eyes in my stance, taking photos, like pointing, calling out blitzes. The quarterback was standing there with the ball. Andre was diving there for the photo. So I actually took the same photo Andre Miller did, and our media guys said, "Why don't you try that?" So I just followed his lead, and that's how it happened.
I think you wore it better that time.
Yeah, I think so too. The polls were definitely in my favor for that one.
I think the whole nation was on your side with that.
I mean, I saw Jeff Schwartz post it, and I was like, man, I appreciate it because he's a big time lineman guy. So
I think I saw either Full Send or Barstool Sports post that.
yeah, I think Barstool wrote an article about it. It was an exciting day. It came out for sure.
Read it instantly, all of it.
Oh oh yeah, I was doing some homework and one of my friends I think texted it. It was one of the guys I played with my freshman year. He goes, "Congrats on your Barstool article," and I had no clue. So like Barstool already did an article about it, so I just hopped on and typed it into my computer and tore through it. It was great.
I can't even imagine having a Barstool article. You felt just what was better, signing the letter of intent or reading your Barstool sports article?
Oh man, that's a tough question. They're equal because I mean,
Equal.
both are great
Yeah.
accomplishments. One's like a moment like I'll remember forever because it's like such a like a sincere moment. You know what I mean? Signing the letter of intent, but the amount of like people who try and get on Barstool every day, you know what I mean? It's just they're equal.
Okay. I'm gonna switch it up on you. So here's the speed round. I'm gonna say a word, phrase, whatever it may be. You're gonna say the first memory, person, word, sentence, phrase, whatever comes to your mind first. Ready?
Sounds good.
Pancake.
Me,
UMaine.
Coach Denicky,
The trenches.
O line,
Elite.
pass rush.
Six pack.
Oh man, me.
So you're the six pack pancake? Pancake six pack?
No, I just that's my motto. You know what I mean? So every time I hear the
Yeah.
word six pack, I'm like, oh, that's part of my motto.
I'm gonna switch it up on you one more time. This is called Recruit Me. I'm a five-star running back from Los Angeles, and my final four schools are Oklahoma, USC, Clemson, and Maine. Okay.
Oh no, do I pick the last school?
No, I was kind of waiting for you to finish the sentence, but you're all good. So
Oh,
Maine's
my
the
bad,
fourth
my
one,
bad.
so don't worry about it. So the final four: Oklahoma, USC, Clemson, Maine. So how are you gonna get me, the five-star running back from LA, to commit to Maine?
So the first thing I'll do is I know how that heat in those training camps be burning your feet, like down in those southern schools. So that would be my first aspect. It's a little cooler up here. So you take away the heat aspect, you can think better, you can read better, your body will be in better shape. There's less like stress because there's less heat. That'll be the coaching staff. We have one of the best coaching staffs in the FCFs or FCS. Sorry, we're young. Coaches are all great. They're good personalities. They're all very smart. They all know their football. And we're a small school, so you get that vibe. Everyone on campus will know you. They'll want to be your friend. And it's just a good area. We can, after practice, there's a lake across the field. So go to the locker room, change out. You can run to the lake if you want to cool down. That's how I'd approach it.
How are the fans?
The fans are good. The fans love us up here. We do one thing called the Black Bear Walk, and it's cool. We kind of walk from our locker room to where we get ready for the game, right by the field, and everyone's high fiving, cheering you, waiting for you guys to go beat up on the other team.
I joined the team. What's next?
What's next? You got to put your head down. You got to earn that starting position. We're just not going to give it to you because you're a five-star recruit coming from a football state. You know what I mean? We treat everyone equal up here. You as soon as you strap on the helmet, it's go time. You gotta prove you're that five-star running back. You know what I mean? So that's how we approach it, and then we're gonna teach you everything you can as like a going into a senior year as my O lineman. I'm gonna take you aside. I'm gonna tell you everything I'm gonna do to help you, how you can help me, make my reads easier, my blocks easier, how we're gonna communicate to make you the best we can on the field.
Okay, I think I made my decision. With that being said, I'm gonna commit to you, man. Go Black Bears.
Go Bears, baby.
Let's take home the Natty next year.
Yes, sir. That's the goal.
That concludes this episode of For Goodness Take. Liam, thank you so much for being on it. Any final comments or questions?
No, sir. Thank you for having me. I've
Of
appreciated it.
course, best of course. Best of luck to you and the team next season.
Thank you.
Have a good one.
You too. Bye.